off that. But I also have some of the monk fruit powdered sugar. It's with for that stuff. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just, if you guys happen to have somebody that is diabetic in your family, or you don't want to give them a lot of sugar or anything like that, this is a great substitute to real sugar. It literally is a fruit, monk fruit. You can look it up, but this one bakes like brown sugar, and this one bakes like regular sugar, which is super fine compared to the brown and the regular. So we might, depending on what goes on with all of this. I do have three diabetics in my family at the moment. I have MS and pulmonary sarcoidosis. My daughter is really healthy and happy. Yeah. So either way, it's not a bad thing to do, to make stuff like this for her to eat. It's all natural. There's really no chemicals in this stuff. Yeah. I don't like the artificial sweeteners because that can cause kids later in life not be able to reproduce if they wanted to. And we have enough problems in my family with that. So yeah. So let's get some of this cleaned up a little bit more now that I dumped all of my almond flour everywhere. Sorry, I'm blocking myself for a moment. Okay, when I first made a couple of these, sorry, lost the thought, videos, I didn't realize I was supposed to put the battery in the microphone, so I look like a mad woman just talking and stuff like that. Otherwise, we're good. We're good. They'll be fine. These are her gingerbread houses. They're kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. The deconstructed gingerbread house, right? I am going to do most of my baking or making the cookies and stuff right here on the table because it's nice. It's a nice level for me to do stuff on. I think that is key, is knowing the levels that are tolerable for you as a person versus what is put in place for everybody as a whole. I have noticed that even in nursing, you know, you find out that a lot of the residents, like, this could be way too high for them even though they're in wheelchairs, but because of how tall they are as a person, it's not going to work. So it's always best to go ahead and know their sizes that they can do and stuff like that versus guessing. Yeah. It's kind of entertaining sometimes. I'm going to turn this a little bit. There we go. You know, with being an activities director, you're responsible for implementing and knowing their sizes and how they can hold stuff and all that fun stuff, especially if they're not already in physical therapy or anything like that. It's your job as activities director to take over and say, hey, this pencil is not working for you, let's get this kind of a pen that'll work best for you that has the nice non-slip grip and blah 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 blah. Or, you know, that's too tall for you, it looks like it's hurting your back, or that's too short, it looks like, you know, you're gonna have problems straightening up later. So, you know, all that fun stuff. I think that a lot of people with MS are misunderstood. My sister-in-law said it best. She had, both of her kids are on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, and my sister's son is too. But she said it best, which is not trying to be mean by any means or sound horribly or anything like that, but a person that has a physical, obviously something physically wrong with them, or a person that has Down syndrome, you automatically as a person know that they're different. So you need to be a little bit cautious, or, you know, some people treat them differently, or whatever the reason is. You would never know that with a person that has MS, diabetes, autism, or ADHD, or any of that stuff. You wouldn't know that. But the truth is, you don't know how the other person is. A lot of times, people are misunderstood. And that's the joys of life. Like, you never know what's going to happen. So, try to be a little bit kinder. I know my major struggles in life are not only the MS and the pulmonary sarcoidosis, but my depression, my anxiety, my obesity. Let's just be honest, I am a lot of bit overweight and I need to get that under control. So, I got this. And I would love for you guys to be on my journey with me in handling this. If you have any questions, let me know. I sometimes will refer to pulmonary sarcoidosis as PS. The MS is multiple sclerosis. I've had that since I was 18. I've had pulmonary sarcoidosis for almost 5 years, learning how to deal with that. So sometimes I'll sound like I am extremely out of breath. Well, it's because I am. In one of my lungs, it's pretty scarred up, and it looks like a tree that's budding, which is interesting. And for those of you who know me, it is not from smoking. They just said it was just the luck of the draw. And, well, that's that. So I've got it, and I would like to think that my daughter is helping me manage a lot of my own personal issues. She's dancing, it's cute. But, yeah. So, it's just how you take life. I like to take it in strides, and I rather enjoy being me. I know that I may have been a really mean, bad person back in the day, and a lot of it's because I didn't know how to be me. I didn't know how to feel things. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm hoping that you understand. I have been through my rigmarole of losing enough kids, being told that I can't do enough stuff, but I'm still doing it. I'm still here. I was told when I was 18 that I was going to be in a wheelchair by the time I was 19 and bedbound by the time I was 20. And then I would never have kids. Well, after your fourth loss, you start thinking, well, I'm really not going to have kids. Like, I just need to not deal with this and just, you know, get on birth control, because in your 20s, they say you're too young to be fixed. I guess that's a polite way to say that. But that's just how it goes. And then with my history of that, I was scared to death when I found out that I had a perfectly healthy, happy baby. That was a trip. and she's wonderful. I wouldn't change her for the world. I really wouldn't. I really do enjoy every moment of being with her. And I think that's a lot to do with why I stay home and homeschool her and I go to school online. And why I'm starting this, because I feel that somebody out there in the world needs to hear my journey in life. And I would love to hear yours. I do get sidetracked really easily, just so you know, if you haven't been able to tell. My husband is such a patient man. Like, he is amazing, which is something that everybody needs in life. He was funny when we found out we were going to have Elizabeth. He goes, I only have boys, because he had 3 boys. Surprise! Yes. We've all had our own challenges and issues in life, and sometimes it's what you make of life, how fun it can be. But if you're going to be negative all the time, it's going to be a hard life. If you're going to be grumpy, if you're going to, you know, turn to any type of substance abuse, it's not going to be a good life. And I hate to say that, but taking care of enough people in nursing homes and at their own personal homes and stuff for 13 years, I can tell you, the better care that you give to yourself and to others, the better your life will be. It's a sad fact, but when people aren't so nice in life, they tend to die lonely and old. Or just lonely. Not necessarily old, but just lonely, and it's not in a polite, decent way either. So, take care of yourselves and be kind. And I would really appreciate for there not to be any bad things said about me. I already know my own issues, and I already know what people think of me. And honestly, I don't care. My job in life is either to entertain you guys and take care of her and be the best housewife I can be at this moment in time. So, with all of that said, how about we try to bake some cookies? Not sure where I'm going to start, but we should probably start since we already did gingerbread houses. And since there's only, like I said before, 3 days left till Christmas, we should probably get Santa's Christmas cookies made. I love to bake. I found it as a nice little stress reliever. But lately, I haven't been doing such a great job on that. I get so sidetracked, I forget that I put something in the oven and it burns. I'm like, oh, my smoke detector's going off. Let's find out what's going on with that. So, hang out with me. I do need to change over my laundry, and we will do shopping trips and day-to-day life of dealing with MS and pulmonary sarcoidosis and the struggles and tribulations that I have and that I've gone through. If you guys would like to follow my journey, I would like that. But right now, let's bake some cookies. And my cookbook. Butter. You okay, baby? All right. And we also have to try to do the cocoa bombs. I'll post on here my first attempt of doing cocoa bombs. And let's just put it this way. I didn't make any. Because every time I try to get them out of the mold, they would just break, fall apart, the whole 9 yards. And then I finally watched a YouTube video on how to do it. Go figure, right? I was making them too thin. Who knew? course, we have our nice, lovely little cookie cutters. That'll be fun. So let's get to this. I need a bigger, rounder table, I think. One of the most unorganized people you've ever met in your life. I just say that, but I don't know if that's true. I feel like it. And of course you have to have cocoa powder. I like cocoa powder. And if we need it, we have our brick of Baker's unsweetened 100% cocoa. Or cup. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even going to try. You love my French rolling pin? It's actually from the Todd English collection back in the day when you could get the dishes and the bakeware and the rolling pin. I love that thing. I need a new one. And I do have more sugar. That's all pretty good. Got enough sugar. Got flour. Got the whole nine. We got this. Oh, our snow's starting to melt. We got the powder. So I would normally do it in my kitchen at my other table in the kitchen, but I'm not, because I didn't clear it off very well. I do have my book stand. So let's get to this. Have you guys ever used the Better Homes new cookbook? I have used this for, oh gosh, I don't know how long. So we'll see if we can find any good cookies in here first. Ooh, the gingerbread ones. Those look good. Lemon bars would be nice. Ooh, I love lemon tea cookies. Ooh. I love them so much that I went and bought myself, well, my husband bought me a nice bone tea set. So I was excited over that. Maybe we'll make those someday. Alright, let's try the cookie cutouts. That's the one we're going to try. So hopefully they'll come out good. And these are like old school cookies. I don't know if they still use a lot of these, but we're going to use it. It's fine. 375. So I'm going to go preheat my oven to 375. I always have to make sure the oven's empty, because that's what we do around here. I'm going to open this up to get the butter to warm up a little bit. You never know how much you're going to need, right? Oh, maybe I should bring out some cream cheese. That's good stuff. this warmed up too. No, I'm not making cheesecake. My sister-in-law makes amazing cheesecake. But I figured I'd bring it out because cream cheese is really good with, as like a thickener for a lot of the quote-unquote keto stuff. I kind of make my own adaptation of it, so yeah. But I'm going to start off making full sugar cookies so we know they're ready in time for Christmas. That way, if it need be tomorrow, I can make sugar-free. They call it sugar-free, but I never really think it's sugar-free. So let's get started. Again, I think I'm going to tell you that like 20,000 times today.